Hello everyone, our team name is Cobra Coders, and today we are going to address a very important problem statement in the Kavach hackathon, namely the Citizen Safety app for protection against cyber crimes. The main idea of our project is to develop an app that will provide a simple and intuitive user interface that runs in real time and scans the information for potential risks for a specific link, address, and messages. The user interface is an important aspect of any app, as it's the way the users interact with the app. In case of a security app that scans for potential risks, the user interface should be simple, intuitive, and easy to understand. The app should be able to scan for potential risks in real time so that the user can be alerted immediately if there is any threat. This can include scanning links, addresses, and messages to check for any suspicious activity. The app then performs a series of checks to detect and validate the content. It will use the malicious address or information detecting databases if any detected. Then the app notifies the user and prompts them to take appropriate action. Once the app has scanned for potential risks, it should then perform a series of checks to detect and validate the content. The app can also use various databases that can contain information about the known malicious addresses or messages to check if there are any matches. If any risk is detected, the app should immediately notify the user and prompt them to take appropriate action. This can include blocking the link or permanently blocking the address or reporting the message as spam or deleting the message altogether. It can occasionally give additional suggestions to the user on how to improve their phone security against various types of cyber threats and make themselves aware of the various cyber security issues, including phishing attacks, spam messages, and fraudulent UPI or cryptocurrencies. The app can also provide users with additional suggestions to improve their phone security against various types of cyber threats. This can include tips on how to avoid phishing attacks, how to recognize spam messages, and how to identify fraudulent UPI or crypto transactions. By educating users about these security issues, the app also helps users to protect themselves against various potential cyber threats and make more informed decisions about their online activities. Now we may take some steps to consider on how to develop the app to flag the malicious or fraud indicators in real time. First is to determine what type of malicious or fraud indicators we want to flag for each item on the list. For example, for mobile numbers, we may want to flag the numbers associated with known scams or spam calls. Second is to identify the sources of data that we can use to detect these indicators in real time. For example, for mobile numbers, we may be able to use a database of known scam numbers. Third is to develop algorithm or rules to flag indicators based on the data sources we have identified. For example, for mobile numbers, we may create an algorithm that checks each incoming call against a database of known scam numbers. Fourth is to integrate the algorithm or rules into the app's code. We may want to consider using an API or SDK for each item on the list to help with this integration. Fourth is to test the apps extensively to ensure that it accurately flags malicious or fraud indicators without producing false positives. Fifth is to consider implementing a reporting feature that allows users to report any false positives or misdetections. Now we will continuously update and improve our app to ensure that it stays up to date with the latest malicious or fraud indicators and data sources. By these following steps, we can be able to create an app that helps protect the users from malicious or fraudulent activities across various areas and also prevent cybercrime.
So, in this part of the slide, we will talk about the use cases, the dependencies, and the showstoppers of our project. So, here are some potential uses cases for developing an app to flag malicious and fraud indicators in real time. Flags suspicious activity in UPI or Bitcoin wallet addresses to prevent frauded payments. This following app can flag suspicious activity in UPI or Bitcoin wallet addresses in real time, allowing users to avoid making fraud payments. For example, if a user receives a request to send money to an unfamiliar Bitcoin wallet address, the app can flag the address as potentially fraudulent and alert the user to the risk immediately. Like in this way, this app also flags the URLs and the malware that prevents users from infecting their device. The app can also scan the URLs for potential malware threats and flag them as potentially unsafe. This can help prevent users from accidentally infecting their device with malware and other harmful software. It can also flag suspicious mobile numbers, SMS headers, and SMS templates as well. So for SMS, the app can detect SMS templates commonly used in spam messages and filter them out to help users avoid unwanted messages and potential scams. So these use cases are mostly helpful that help the user to defend against these frauds and scams that happen in daily lives. There are some dependencies and the showstoppers, like like in the case of dependencies, throughout the app development process, the UI application logic works together to create a seamless experience for the user. The user interface is responsible for creating a clear and intuitive interface that guides the user through the application. And it also has some showstoppers. Like in the modern world, the scammers and the hackers, they are getting more and more developed. So it's getting hard to keep on with them, and it's difficult to involve in new strategies to help prevent their attacks. So in some cases, the our project may have some showstoppers. So here, to conclude our project, the problem statement: citizen safety app for protection against cyber crimes. Our team name is Cobra Coders. Our team leader name Inamul Haq. Our institution code AICSHE is C6198. The institution name is Techno International New Town, and our PSID is KVH011. So I would like to thank my hardworking team members, including Inamul Haq, Shreya Chakravarti, Subrata Bhattacharjee, Satyajit Shahu, Rahul Das, and Anish Das. And I would also like to thank our team mentors, Sasrijan Datta, whose help was the most important thing to us. Without his help, we won't be able to successfully complete this project. And his help is one of the biggest assets to our team. So I would like to thank him generously.